welcome to Halifax.
Thank you so much, Madison. Glad to be here.
Yes, what do you think so far? How's your trip been?
Love it. We've had a great trip down, spending time with family while we're down here, Margaret and her son Logan. So yeah, it's just been a fabulous time.
Yeah, and what do you think of the chapters here and all the people lined up that nobody else can see?
It's been perfect. I mean, the support that I've gotten from the very beginning. I called and asked them earlier if they would get some more books in, and they've done their best. They're hard to get at the moment, but the publishers tried to get as many to them as they could.
Yeah, perfect. So let's talk about your book for a little bit.
Okay.
So how does it feel now that it's finally out? You're doing all of these signings across the province. How are you feeling?
Love it. Meeting people and having a chance to get to know people. I mean, just talking to a young fellow named Maverick, and I met him at a Tim Hortons in Moncton, or in Salisbury rather. I'm going to say it was about a year ago, and somewhere around that. And I never get a picture with him. My wife said to me, she says, "Why didn't you get a selfie with him? Because he would have loved it, right?" And all of a sudden we come here today and he says, "Do you remember me?"
Stop it!
It was him. I said, "You're Maverick."
Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
You remembered my name.
That's awesome. So do you have those little kind of like interactions often, like just like little?
All the time.
Little blips?
And I love it. I mean, I'm out in public, whether I'm at Costco shopping or Superstore or wherever, I'm always meeting people with a selfie, we talk, find out what their channel or platform they're following me on. Yeah, that's been great. I love it.
Awesome.
Great meeting people. My father was like that.
Aw, that's so kind. And Dave is like that?
Dave is,
your son?
yeah, he is as well. He likes to laugh. He's got a great sense of humor, and we talked on your podcast. Yeah, he's a great guy.
How have things been after the podcast?
Great. Lots of reaction from it. I've had people talking to me about having seen it, especially some of Felly's friends that have seen it. So I thought it was just amazing.
Aw, that's so good.
You guys have a great podcast going. I think it really brings attention to the fact that there's so many great relationships out there.
Yeah, and all different kinds. You got love, father, son, granddaughter, grandmother, all that good stuff, which is awesome.
It really is.
Yeah, now let's talk about your book.
Okay.
I want to know your favorite page in your book, if you had to pick.
I think probably one of my favorite pages is the one with myself and my grandchildren. It's just before the cereal section. It's nice to have, for the future they'll have that and look at it and they'll realize that they were a part of it.
Yeah.
Because they made their milkshakes for that picture.
And what kind did they make?
I think it was a Fruity Pebbles.
Okay, very good choice. Very, very good choice.
Yeah.
And what has been your favorite memory when you were making this book?
I think making the book was probably just David and I spending time trying to put together how it was going to look. And we have spent, I couldn't say a specific time, but hours of time trying to figure it out. And it's been amazing to see his ability to come up with technology. He's come up with the QR codes. And when he did that, I thought, okay, that's it. That's the selling point in the book. Yeah. You can scan any one of those codes, it takes you right to the recipe where I'm actually making it. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, what do you have to say to anybody who's on the fence about buying your book?
I think that really comes down to a matter of personal choice. There's a lot of fun stories in it. Probably one that's most fun is the old blender story. But it's not just about the milkshakes itself, it's about family. And I've met so many people that are making the milkshakes as a family thing, a family get-together. And that's what David and I were doing, so that really makes me happy.
Awesome. Well, Larry, thank you so much. And let's get this book signed.
Let's do it.
Right on the edge. And the very first book signed in Halifax. Larry, thank you so much. It was a pleasure chatting with you again.